I was actually thinking a lot about the idea of burdens and how we carry them. And it reminded me of Surah Ash-Sharḥ.
Oh, that's a good one, yeah.
Yeah.
Uplifting the heart, right.
Yes, exactly.
Huh.
Those verses, they really offer such a profound message of reassurance and comfort, especially when we're going through difficult times.
Yeah, it's like a reminder that we're not alone in our struggles. It was revealed to the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, during a time when he was facing intense opposition and hardship.
That's right. But it's interesting because even though it was revealed in a specific context, the verses have this timeless quality that speaks to all of us.
Absolutely. It's like, who hasn't felt weighed down by something at some point in their lives, right?
Exactly. And I think that's what makes these verses so powerful because they offer this message of hope and resilience that we can all draw strength from. So I thought, why don't we take a deep dive into Surah Ash-Sharḥ today? Explore its verses and see what kind of insights we can glean from them.
Sounds good to me.
Okay, so let's start with the very first verse. Have we not uplifted your heart, for you sees, O prophetess? Right from the beginning, it's this direct address to the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him. But I think it also poses a question to each of us, right?
It does. It's like it's inviting us to reflect on our own experiences of hardship and how we've found solace and upliftment.
Yeah, and then the very next verse goes on to say, relieved you of the burden which weighed so heavily on your back. It's like this powerful image of having a weight lifted.
Yeah, I think the use of physical imagery like that really drives home the point. Like, we can all relate to the feeling of carrying something heavy and how exhausting and draining it can be.
Yeah, and how liberating it feels to have that weight taken off.
Exactly. It's a reminder that no matter how burdened we feel, there's always a potential for relief.
And then the surah goes on to say, and elevated your renown for you. I mean, it's almost as if like these verses are building upon each other, leading to this sense of culmination.
Yeah, it's beautiful. Like, it starts with the upliftment of the heart, then the relief of burdens, and finally this elevation, this recognition, right, of the Prophet Muhammad's, peace be upon him, inherent worth and status.
Yeah, exactly. And I think it speaks to how we can also find our own sense of elevation even when we feel like we're at our lowest point.
Yeah.
Like there's always the potential for growth and recognition.
For sure.
And then I think it's really interesting how the surah shifts its focus in verses 5 and 6, talking about this broader principle of hardship and ease. So surely with hardship comes ease. Surely with the surah hardship comes sujmal's ease. This repetition, I feel like, it's not just for emphasis, you know what I mean?
Right, yeah, it's deeper than that. It highlights the cyclical nature of life, right? That things are always in flux. You have your ups, you have your downs. It's not going to be one way forever.
Yeah. And, it's so easy to get caught up in the hardship, when we're going through it, to feel like it's never going to end. But these verses, they're like this reminder that it's not permanent.
Yeah, like think about a time when you were going through something really difficult and how it felt like it would never end. But then things changed, The hardship eventually gave way to ease, and then guess what? More hardship.
Oh, for sure. And then more ease. And it just keeps going.
Exactly. It's a cycle.
It's like, I feel like it's giving us this permission to acknowledge the hardship, but also to hold on to the hope that ease will come again and again and again.
Definitely. And it's a reminder that with every hardship, there's an opportunity for growth, for learning, for coming out stronger on the other side.
Yeah. And then I think the last two verses are so important because they shift the focus to action, to what we do in the face of hardship and ease. So once you have fulfilled your duty, strives of a devotion is turning to your Lord Gordolin is with hope.
It's like, okay, we've been reassured that hardship is temporary, ease is coming, but now what?
Yeah, exactly. What do we do with that knowledge? And it's saying we need to strive, right?
Yeah.
But what does that even mean, like in a practical sense?
Well, I think it's about putting in the effort, like in every aspect of our lives, whether it's our relationships, our work, our spiritual practice, whatever it is that's important to us. It's like not being passive, not just waiting for things to get better, but actively working towards it.
And also, I think there's an element of devotion in it, right? Like doing things with a sense of purpose and intention, not just going through the motions.
Yeah, and I think that's where that last part comes in, turning to your Lord Zalanis with hope. It's like, yeah, we need to strive, but we also need to have faith. Right?
Yeah, like trust that there's a bigger picture, a higher power, something guiding us, even when we can't see it.
And that even when we're going through tough times, there's a reason for it and something good can come out of it.
Exactly. And even if someone isn't particularly religious, I think that idea of turning to something with hope can resonate.
Yeah, for sure. Like, it could be turning to nature, to art, to music, to a community, you know?
Anything that gives you a sense of grounding and connection. Exactly. It's about finding that source of strength and inspiration that helps you keep going, even when things are tough.
I think what we can take away from Surah Ash-Sharḥ is that it's okay to feel burdened. It's natural to experience hardship, but that doesn't mean we have to stay there. There's always hope for relief, for ease, for elevation.
Yeah, and that by striving with devotion and turning to something greater than ourselves with hope, we can find the strength and resilience to navigate the ups and downs of life. So, I know, it's a beautiful surah.
It really is. A great reminder for all of us.
Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.